People keep still thinking this is about having the right skin color when it is about having the correct ideology that supports Donald Trump and MAGA. This is part 3 of Don't Travel to the USA. And if you can do me a big favor, TikTok basically killed the last video, so do your things. For example, a French researcher was stopped at the border, had his research and electronics confiscated, and then was accused of being a terrorist for having anti-Trump sentiments. This was just announced in Le Monde by a French minister coming out to say this. The French Minister of Higher Education, Philippe Baptiste, said in a statement to AFP that the measures were reportedly taken by the American authorities because this researcher's phone contained exchanges with colleagues and friendships in which he expressed a personal opinion on the Trump administration's research policy. The Americans accused that the messages, quote, which reflect hatred towards Trump and can be described as terrorism. Following his detainment, they deported him back to France, but kept his research and electronics. And at this point, everyone who's a supporter of Palestine will know the name Mahmoud Khalil, a man who was disappeared in front of his pregnant wife because of his support of the Free Palestine movement. Something that this commenter who left the comment also supports, something that got this man put into jail. That is what you need to be thinking about when you're thinking about traveling to the US now. And don't think you have to be doing something political to get caught up in this, as this article warning people who are attending Comic-Cons goes into. If you've been to any sort of fan convention, you know that artists and people go there from around the world and set up shop. They will sell things, they'll put out autographs, they'll do all sorts of things. And a lot of that is done through cash. And unfortunately, a lot of that can be considered by the Trump administration to be illegal work and something that can get you put into an ICE detention facility. This could also be something even as banal of saying, hey, if you cover my room and board, then I will go speak at your event. That is considered work, and until now, it has not really been enforced because it's just something that kind of was accepted to exist because we had such nice things as fan conventions. As they end their article, things have changed. We're living in a world where what used to be ignored or tolerated just isn't anymore. And that may well mean a lot of trouble for traveling comic creators. And just a few hours ago, we learned another story of a Canadian who was held for 2 weeks by ICE. And while courts are also putting out orders to stop these deportations, Elon Musk and people like Charlie Kirk are calling for the impeachment of federal judges. And not just that, they are presenting the idea that federal judges, if they rule against the president, are effectively, quote, 677 gavel-wielding dictators. So don't think you'll get special. Don't think you'll get lucky. It is much better to lose some money on a vacation that you can't go on now than to spend some time in an ICE detention facility.